Hey guys, this is Sharad with ReSimpli, bringing you a ReSimpli customer Andres Rodriguez on this call to share his experience. Andres, welcome to the call. How are you?
Morning, morning. Thank you, Shabbat. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for being on the call. Andres, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you live? What market do you invest in? And what kind of investing do you do?
Yep. So my name is Andres. I'm out of Jacksonville, Florida, owner and founder of Orbit Properties, along with my wife, Luz. Started investing virtually. We used to live in Virginia, then we moved down to Jacksonville. Um, so we are wholesalers and buy and hold investors and flippers as well. So a bit about investing going on almost 4 years now, doing this full time.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations. And is it just you and your wife, or how big is your team size?
So it's small. It's just me and my wife, and then I have a VA that helps me with list pulling county records and whatnot. And actually,
Got it.
we just hired an acquisition manager about going on to almost 3 weeks now. So
Okay,
she's wonderful, actually. Yeah. So
awesome.
we're a small team.
Okay. No, it's great. Small and efficient. That's how it's supposed to be. Do you mind sharing how many deals are you doing per month or per year?
On average, we're doing about 2 deals per month right now,
Okay,
on
great.
average. Just trying to build that
And
consistency and scale from there.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, to be able to do two in this market, I think it's incredible. What are some of the marketing channels you're using in your business?
So we've always done direct mail. I mean, it's always been our bread and butter. It's worked great for us, trying to be more consistent at it. That's always been honestly my downfall, but consistency is definitely key in this game. And cold calling as well. Started cold calling back up again about a month ago, and it's starting to pick up. So I would say cold
Nice.
calling, direct mail, and then sprinkling in paper lead
Okay,
as well.
perfect.
Yep.
How long have you been using ReSimpli for?
Since we started, man, since, through a mutual friend of ours, he recommended ReSimpli. So honestly, that was the only CRM I've used, and I've stuck with it since day one. Honestly, I've never had a need to change.
Awesome. Thank you so much. What are some of the main factors that kind of, made you stick with ReSimpli and not look at anything else? I mean, people are very fickle in this business.
Right, right. Well, so I've looked at Podio before, have other friends, that, they swear by Podio. It's great, it's customizable. I'm like, that's great, but I mean, with all the updates in ReSimpli, I really don't see a need to switch, and because some port's great. Every time I have a question or if I can't figure anything out, I'll hit you guys up, whether if it's like the chat box, now you guys offer Zoom calls and actual live phone calls, so I mean, so I guess for me, coming from an IT background, what I like is I'm not trying to make it any more complicated than what it needs to be, right? I want it simple, efficient, I want it to work. And
Yeah.
it's pretty to look at, because if it's a pain in the butt, you don't know what you're looking at, all the tabs don't make sense. It's just going to get aggravating. So I like it that it's simple, it's a clean, very user-friendly interface.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. And I believe sometimes people add complexity to their business because they feel like they need
Absolutely.
to because they've gone to a certain level, but that's totally not the case. And how would you say ReSimpli has helped you achieve your goals in your business?
So I think a big key, again, just like being consistent, right, is the follow-ups. So my wife handles that side of the house, when it comes to follow-ups and just whether if you create automatic tasks for you, reminders, it's easy to see, what's going to be the next lead that you need to follow up with. It's right there in front of you. And what I like about it now, especially with the latest update that you guys pushed out recently, is being able to customize the tabs and the columns. You could always rename them,
Right.
but I like the new features that you guys implemented though. So that helps because even though, like you said, like it doesn't have to be complicated, but you can tailor it to your
Right.
business. And we're small, right? We're a small operation, but I know guys are doing a crazy amount of deals per month, and they still use ReSimpli. So you can definitely
Yeah.
scale with it. Absolutely.
Absolutely. 100. Yeah, we have some guys that are doing 30, 35, 40 deals a
Oh yeah,
month
yeah.
and using the same platform. So what features of ReSimpli do you find the most valuable in your business?
So me, I would have to say, so when it comes to the follow-ups, like the automatic, right? Like sending out automatic messages, whether if it's through a Zap, the templates are super helpful. For me personally, I'm a slow typer, so I'm not going to be there typing out a message to every lead. So the templates are great. When it comes to reaching sellers, also the dialer, right? The new dialer that you guys implemented a while ago, that's nice. That's efficient. You're done with the one lead, bam, move on to the next one. Everything is right there in front of you. in one screen. You don't have to jump back and forth. Like, oh, let me see this property. What are the details on the property? What are the details on the lead? It's all right there in front of you in one page.
Absolutely. And what are your future goals and how do you see ReSimpli being a part of that?
So we definitely want to scale, definitely want to increase marketing, trying to dive deeper into KPIs. And that's honestly something that's a feature that I didn't use, unfortunately, in ReSimpli. It's always been there since day one. Now I'm getting more into, instead of transitioning from a Google Sheet, which I'm not a fan of, um, transitioning to ReSimpli just makes it prettier and easier to understand, um, on my side. So being able to scale, right? I know ReSimpli always going to be there for us, and moving away from having all these Google Sheets and everything, being able to implement KPIs directly in ReSimpli is going to help me.
Finally, what would you say to someone who's listening to this and is on the fence about using ReSimpli in their business?
I would say once you guys try it, you won't go back. You won't go back to Podio. You won't go back to any other CRM like the other, ones that are out there that, might seem flashy or whatever. But ReSimpli, it's pretty to me. It works. It's easy to understand, and it's customizable. A lot of people think that's not customizable, but it is. And and the customer support, Sherrod, honestly, man, has a big deal, a big reason why I stuck with ReSimpli. Because if I can't figure it out on my own, I'll reach out and they'll get me an answer. It may not be the answer I always want to hear, but they will get you an answer and they'll help you to find a solution to your problem.
Absolutely. Andres, thank you so much. Someone listening to this wants to connect with you. What's the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, so definitely shoot me an email. It's my first name, Andres, Andres, at sell2orbit.com, or Orbit Properties, sell2orbit.com in Jacksonville, Florida.
Perfect. Awesome, Andres. Thank you so much for coming on the call. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Sherrod. Great seeing you.